Do your grapevines look like this? Are they just a mass of intertwined leaders that are running everywhere? Well, if they are, it's the middle of winter and it's time to get out there, and we've got to trim these back and it'll maximize our crop. So let's get out there, and I want to show you a new tool that the folks at SEESII have sent me to try out for a project like this. I'd say a third of the time that it normally takes, because of this SEESII trimmer that I use. It is such a nice, look how big this thing is, and it is really a machine. It just got right there and chewed up those muscadine vines. So this is what it looks like after I trimmed it, and you can see how much I took off. And now I'm going to show you the process. So hello everyone, and welcome to the Back Garden Yard channel. Today we are going to be pruning our grapevines. That's right, we have muscadine vines that have to be pruned every year to increase the crop. This will usually double or triple your crop if you prune them properly, and today I'm going to show you how to properly prune them. First we're going to look, and you can see we had a snowstorm yesterday, and today the temperature has not even gotten over freezing, and this is sunny Georgia. But anyway, the snow is melting. These are totally dormant muscadine vines, so this is the perfect time to prune them while they're dormant. And as you can see, this is one huge mature muscadine vine. And so you can see also that it has got just a huge amount of branches on it, and I'm going to have to show you how you cut it back. Now you won't believe how much I cut this back, but I have to do this every year because the vine will not support all of these branches. If they all come out and make foliage, then there will not be nearly enough nutrition to make decent sized muscadines, and that's what we want. These are the golden muscadines, and they are so delicious, but you need to cut them back the proper way. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cut these. Just go ahead and cut a bunch of them back, just so we can actually see what else needs to be trimmed. And so I've got a tool over here. I'll get that, and I'll show you how you do that. So I'm just going to use my regular old hedge clippers here, and let's see if we can get these cut off. Wow, that's going to take a while. There's got to be a better way than this. As you see, there's a lot of greenery right in there, and they're nice and healthy vines, but it'll take all day to go around and do all of this with these hedge clippers. But guess what? The fine folks at SEESII Power Tools, they have sent me a cordless hedge trimmer to try, and so I'm going to get this out. We're going to put it together. It's battery operated, and I'll see how this would work on this job. It's got to be better than this. So let's see if we can do that. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll just unbox it right here right quick and see how it works. There we go. Let's see. Handle here, and cover here. Nice plastic cover for the sharp trimmer blades. Oh yeah, there we go. Now let's put this out. See what else we got. Got a battery feels like a battery. It is a battery, of course. Oh, they sent me 2 batteries? Oh, that was nice. I got 2 batteries. Okay, well, I can't use but one at a time, but that way, while the other one is charging, I can go ahead and use one, the second one. And then this has got to be maybe a battery charger. And there it is. So I can charge these batteries up with this charger. All right, well, we're all set. Let's see if we can put this together. Shouldn't be hard. Okay. Usually they just kind of pop on. Let's oh yeah. And it snapped right in there, it did. Let's see how this seems like it's going to work. See, we're going to hold this down and we're going to, oh yeah, listen to that. Okay. So I just hold this down and then here's the button to turn it on. Okay. Well, it looks like we're ready to go. No, I can't believe I didn't have to charge the battery, but look at this. Battery came fully charged. Okay. So now let's see if that's going to be easier than whacking it with that hedge clipper. So we'll go right back to the same spot. You always want to use eye protection and gloves when you're using something like this, and be careful. Don't get your fingers in the way. I have seen several bad accidents with people using these the wrong way. But the good thing is this has got the safety on it. You have to hold it here and then hit this switch, so that makes you hold it the right way. All right, let's see if this is going to work better. Can you believe that? I just did a job that would have taken 15 or 20 minutes with the manual clippers, and now I have taken all of this extra stuff off, and I only did it in a minute or two. This SEESII hedge trimmer is amazing. Now, if you like this tool, you can pick one up on Amazon. The link is down in the description. I also put it up here, but you can get the link right down in the description of this video. And also I'll put it on this board. And there's also a discount code where you can get yourself a discount just for watching this video. So I really like this tool. So what I'm going to do is first we're going to walk around and see what it looks like here, and then I'm going to go ahead and go down these other sides, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So this is the part we're going to trim now, and then I'll go ahead and trim it and come back in just a minute and show you what it looks like. So now we've got a lot of this extra growth off. I didn't pick it all up. It's down on the ground here. You can just see how much I trimmed off. A very lot of this was trimmed off. And there's still plenty of trimming left, but now I can see what I'm working with. And what I want to do, and you can see how this is the main base. And then let's go under here, and we can see how it's running over to that post, then it's running over to this post, and it's running from this main branch here around here and over to here. So it's actually running in 3 different directions. So what you want it to do is not go on around the corner there, which I have let it do that before. And what happened was there's just so much growth on this vine that it cannot support all the muscadines it was making. So a lot of them fell off and some of them were small. Still got a nice crop from these plants last year, but I'm going to take a little bit of the size off this year. So what I'm going to do is, here's the main base. I'm going to let it run to this post, and I'm going to cut it off right up there by that post. So all of this part has got to go. And I've got a tool that's going to help me do that. So what we can see here is, if I put this right here and just pull the trigger, it cuts it right off. And same here, cuts it right off. So this is what we use to cut the bigger pieces off with, and of course that SEESII SEESII trimmer did a very good job of cutting the small stuff. And I think I want it to literally come over this post, so I think I'll stop it right here. And there you go. So we're going to cut all the rest of this off. And I can get that with my SEESII trimmer, so let's get it. So as we can see, it doesn't get any better than that. Now we can just take these parts and just pull them out. And look at that, just all cleared out. That would have taken 15 or 20 minutes to do just with my regular clippers. And with these power tools, it's just all done. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the rest of it off, and we'll go back and I'll show you how I'm gonna finish this. Okay folks, so now we have got the easy part done. This is the harder part. It's not hard, it's just more time consuming and thought intensive. But you can see now how I've got this big mass trimmed back where I can actually see where they come out of the previous year's vines. And of course I've got that vine cleared off the wire. By the way, this is number 9 gauge wire. In case you're planning on putting up a grapevine, use 9 gauge wire. It works real good, and you can see it supports all this weight very well. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a spot like this here where it's coming out, the branches are coming out, and then this is some new wood here, and you want to get about 4 nodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you want to clip it off. All right, and the new growth and the new muscadines will come out on that piece. Here's another one. It's coming out here. We're going to count 4 nodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to clip it off right here. Stay a little bit away from that node there because you don't want the stem to die back in the rest of the coal. And we cut it off, knock that off. Well, and then we'll clip this off. Okay, so that's what I've got to do all the way around now, is go and find these pieces that are coming out, count the nodes, and it doesn't have to be exactly 4, it can be 3, 1, 2, 3, that's a long one, so we're going to use 3 nodes there. Cut it off, and we'll do one more here. Well, it's the same branch, and let's go right here. 1, 2, 3 nodes, and cut this off. All right, here we've got a branch with some nodes coming off. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to cut it right here, and it's running up in there somewhere. See if we can snatch it out. We did. All right, all that goes. You're really cutting a lot off. Well, you got to remember, the whole purpose of this is to get enough off so that this plant can support it and all the blooms it's going to make. You can still see when this thing comes out, it's going to be huge. Of course, I'm going to take a good bit off of this before I call it finished, and it'll be a lot smaller. But anyway, let's look at this one. The best muscadines come out near where it's first coming up out of the ground here. So I really like to work on these good. We're going to count nodes here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to pop this one off right here. This one's actually popped off at the right spot for my initial pruning. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to take it off right here. All right guys, I think you've got the idea now. This is the way I've got to do this. This will take quite a while. I know no one wants to sit and watch me do this whole thing, so now you see what I'm doing, and I'll be back and show it to you when I'm finished. Okay folks, I have now finished my job of trimming this muscadine bush, and it is gonna do well. And it was only, I'd say, 1/3 of the time that it normally takes because of this SEESII trimmer that I use. It is such a nice, look how big this thing is. and it is really a machine. It just got right there and chewed up those muscadine vines. And so we're going to go out and take a look at it. If you want to buy it, there's a discount code in the description. Make sure you use that code, and you can get a nice discount off of this tool. And it's available on Amazon, and I've got the link there. So anyway, let's go over and look at the finished job, and you can see it now. Look how nice that looks compared to what it looked like at the beginning of this. And you can see all the debris down here on the ground. I mean, I took off all the way around just tons and tons of these sticks. So I want to show you how it looks, so you can see where I did all this cutting, and I've got them so there's only 3 or 4 links left on most of these ends, and that's what you want. It's going to come out and it'll put on new growth, and then it'll bloom. And so this is how it looks all the way around, looking really, really nice. You can see the nice green ends here. See how nice and healthy this vine is. Now there's one thing I'll mention, is you want to fertilize it. You want to start in the middle of March before it comes out, and always give it in a circle about as far from my foot to the thing, and maybe about 6 feet circle around it, because these roots come out all the way around. And so you want to go ahead and get some 10-10-10 and spread it fairly heavy all the way around, not right up next to the base, but anyway. And then if it doesn't get rained on in a day or two, you want to water it in really good. And during the heat of the summer, you want to water this thing. If it doesn't rain for a week, you want to give it, you know, about 10 gallons of water. Make sure you don't let it run out of water, and fertilize it once a month. And if you do that, you're going to get a big crop of muscadine grapes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.